I'm gonna do a snowman. So, hat. And what I'm gonna do. And welcome back to the channel. I've been ill for like the last couple of weeks, so it's been a long time since I've done a video. So I'm gonna start off with the centre line. So it's a good place to start with your centre line, isn't it? And I'm just using just a Sharpie pen. You can get crayons or whatever you want to use. So then the thinking is, see how big it is. See how much height we've got. We've got 33 inches, 84 and a bit centimetres. So that's about 42 is half there, 42 centimetres, it's like the halfway mark. Maybe I want to leave a little bit at the bottom, but I don't know if I do. So with a hat, it's 80 divided by 4, 420s. I want the bigger ones, bigger. That would to be 24, so we have the hat and the top circle out of that. Well, I'm not going to measure it, that's about it. I'm going to do it by eye. So we've got a hat, top hat, ledge over there, top hat, and ledge going over here. Just remember your top is so meant to be like a smaller circle, but does it really matter? Do you want to have a smaller hat or a big hat? So it's probably be easier to clean the dog up first, so I'm getting all these little niggly branches that used to be on the tree. Top one. I want to make that a bit smaller. So I make the middle one come back in a bit quicker to like there. And higher than that. Back over. And then into like there. And from this one, it's going to be a whole log. So use the whole width of your log the best you can. And then all I'm going to, and then obviously think about, so you want this hat to be just like a thin piece of wood there, so we want to make that nice and chunky. Nice chunky bit there, chunky bit there. And now I'm going to leave a scarf on him. So imagine you've got a scarf, so I'll leave that a bit higher there. Just like that. And then we just need some buttons. 3 buttons. obviously I'll make a nose separate, and I've got some nice branches about, so I might even stick a couple of branches on his arms. So I'll go and get the chainsaw going. See you in a minute. Start doing some cuts. I'm just starting off the cuts for the hat. So I'm doing a 90-degree straight down cut, about as deep as the bar, and then once I've done that 90-degree cut straight down, I'm doing like a 45-degree up cut back to the 90-degree cut. So then the 45-degree cut is the brim of the hat. Excuse me. The 4 90-degree cuts making a square, so the hat's thinner than the brim. And then I'm going to go around all 4 of the corners of the hat and take them off. So it's just making the hat look like a round at the top of the hat. Just keep giving the brim a nice bit of shape. And then on my log, obviously it depends how big your log is, I'm going in about half a bar's depth, and then I'm just walking around keeping the bar, keeping the bar, I saw it like 90 degrees to the wood, same height, trying to keep it the same depth in half a bar, and just walk around and do a straight cut, stop cutting under the brim. And then I'm going to do the top of the first circle on the snowball, and it's just the same as doing a pumpkin really from here on out. It's a bit like the jack-o'-lantern I did. So you go check that video out. I suppose you could do that with a snowman. You could make a snowman jack-o'-lantern and put like a white light in there or something cool, do you know what I mean? Different video in it, but yeah, so it's a bit similar to making a pumpkin now, just 3 pumpkins on top of each other. So you just gotta keep rounding it off. So I'm just doing like a 45 down, 45 up, and just taking a little wedge out all the way around. So you want to make it look as much of like a ball, spherical shape sphere as you can. So now I've got the 251C out because I've run out of petrol. So the only petrol I've got left is what's in the chainsaws. But this 251C I might keep using it anyway, just to do the blocking, because you get it done fast. It's just a bit heavier and obviously a bit more powerful. And as a beginner, I'm still like getting stronger. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like full strength, so I've not been using this as much. But I might start using it more. It's just a bit more intimidating than the MS-170s. You can feel the power of it when you rev it and that, compared to the 170s. But yeah, it gets the job done fast. It would be quicker to use it, and it's good to use. And I've got a load of new subscribers recently, gone up to 76 subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing, appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, appreciate it. And I've got the MS-170 out with the carving bar on there. The still, I've just dropped my sweets. The still professional carving bar on there. Just touch up the rounding over and underneath the hat, and just a few cuts smoothing it out, and that with the carving bar, and making the hat a bit more round at the top and things like that. You've just got more control over the carving bar. But you could also use your grinder if you've only got a big lumpy chainsaw and you want to do a bit more delicate cuts. Just get your grinder out if you've got a grinder. That's what I'm doing here now. Just got the disc with a plastic backing plate on a grinder, 36 grit, just smoothing it out even more. but it's better. This backing plate one I use, it's better for like flat surfaces. So when you start going into the crease where the top of the hat goes down to the brim of the hat, that's when I got to flap this sander out and use that to do that bit apart, like the rounding over bits. So right on straight bits with a 36 with a backing plate and the disc, but then the flap sanding is what I get out to do the awkward bits, like in the creases and stuff like that. And it's got a higher grit on it, so I use it after this one anyway. So I've got 36 on here, and I think I've got 80 on the flat disc, so I need the awkward bits and curved cornery bits till I'm using the flat disc, and it's high grit, so it makes sense anyway. That's why I do it like that. So this is my first go using the flat wheel on a carving, sanding flat wheel for I made just a nutter bolt and some washers and some sandpaper aluminium oxide roll. So this is where I've got to on the snowman. Got the shape there, shape going with the chainsaw, and then just gone over it with the sander to try and smooth out some of the sharp edges and that, round it over. So now I'm just gonna get the Dremel with Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr 8th inch shank for the Dremel. So I'm gonna put my mask on and get on with that. Once you've got your shape on the eye, I'm going to then feather away the edge so it doesn't just look like you've just made a big bold circle line there. So feather it away. So I don't know if you can see it on there. I've started feathering it away, and here I haven't. See how sharp the edge is. So I'm just using the Dremel with the flex shaft on there and a Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr, and I'm just feathering it away just to make the stones look like they've been pushed in there, but not with a hard edge of an outline where you've gone round with your Kutzall with your bit. So then you're just smoothing it out so it's not so sharp with an edge. And another way you can feather away the edges, depending if you've got enough room, which obviously smoothens the wood out at the same time. So you're sanding and taking off the sharpness of the edges and blending it back in. So I'm just using the Evolution corded file sander there. So we've got the adjustable arm on it. You can see there on that eye, it's all rough, whereas here it's smooth. So I've got to sand this anyway. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. So I'm gonna stop recording now and show you once it's all done. Obviously I changed my mind, thought I'd record using the Dremel and the Kutzall, doing the detail on the pebbles for like the mouth, the eye and the buttons on the snowman. So I'm just doing the mouth pebbles now. So I've done 5 pebbles on his mouth, a pebble for each eye, 2 pebbles there, and then 3 buttons, so there's going to be 3 pebbles there. So I'm just going around it with the Kutzall Extreme coarse bit flame one. So I'm doing that there, get different camera angle, making a half a circle one side, half a circle the other side, nice and deep, and then I'm going to come back and hit it with the Evolution file sander. So it's like 2 birds 1 stone with the file sander. So you're smoothing it, finishing it ready for paint, so it's nice and smooth, because you'd have to sand it anyway if you want to do a smooth finish. And you're also feathering it away, blending it in, not making it look like you've just attacked it and made a circle there for the rock, for the pebble. So yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone. Now I watched Kyle Hall do a video on a snowman, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description, and how he does the nose. Oh, and also what I'm doing with this file stand is I'm making a flat spot for the nose to go in. But how he does the nose is out of 1 piece of wood he leaves the what do you call it? Like I've used a dowel. I'm going to use a dowel to attach my nose into the face of the snowman. What's it called? Like a talon. Tendon and mortise. So he's leaving like his tendon on there. He's like tendon and mortise in his nose on. Whereas I think it's easier to just cut a piece of 1 by 1 to like 5 inches. I've cut it. So it's a big nose, big snowman. It's like a 3 foot tall snowman, 5-inch nose. But yeah, I thought it'd just be easier to just dowel it. Let's see how that goes. So now all I need to do is make a nose, and then I made a nice flat spot for the nose to go on. So yeah, I'm going to get on with the nose now. Got the boiled linseed on the snowman. That's what he's looking like. All oiled up, ready for painting. I'm going to leave that till tomorrow, come back fresh, get the nose made for there, let the oil dry, get the acrylic on him. So to make the nose, I'm going to use a dowel. So this dowel, I've set my depth stop on the drill bit to halfway down the dowel. So then I'm going to drill into the face of the snowman, and then I'm going to cut a flat edge on here on this piece of wood I've got, and then drill into the flat 90-degree end of this piece of wood, and then make the nose. So flat edge. So we've got our flat edge, lovely and smooth. Take your time when you're cutting it, and then I just need to decide how long of a nose I want. I reckon I'm going to go about that big. I don't know how long it is, I haven't measured it, but I will measure it after, so you know. About that big. So the nose is going to be 13¼ centimeters, or just over 5 inches and a quarter. Yeah. So now I'm just going to eyeball it, but go for sort of the middle of that piece of wood. Helps if you've got it try and put it like plumb in your vise, upright. As if you're doing a fence post, so nice. You've got this nice and plumb. You've got your drill bit nice and plumb. It's going to go straight into the face of this and the face of the snowman. There it is, and then that should fit snug in there now. Look at that, without any glue. And get it back out. That's what you want. So So same drill bit. It's a bit awkward to do this here, and then just trying to keep your drill going at a 90 degrees to the face. And hopefully goes in there. Yeah, man. So now I just need to shape the nose. So I'm using the MS 170 with the carving bar on there, and I'm cutting up. So I'm taking all the corners off, but I'm going from the bottom up, because if I start at the top and you're cutting down into the end grain, that's when the wood can just split and explode and crack, and you don't want that. So it's better to go from the bottom and up, just to prevent it from the wood from exploding or cracking and, you know what I mean, splintering. So yeah, start at the bottom and cut up to the point. So I've just got the dowel in there and put the glue on it. And tip, before you make your nose into a cone, put the dowel in. So I've had to just, should have just been a bit easier if I did it before I did the cone shape. Then glue into this side. And the way I look at it is, it's always better to have more glue than not enough glue, and it fall apart. So, and this bit would have been easier, but yeah, I suppose I want to be able to make it a cone as easy without it like this. So, what's that in there? So I've got the dowel in the snowman. I've made a cone on the nose. I've got some glue in there, so I can just work on it straight away. I'm going to use my mitre bond as a clamp. So, little dot of that. Around there. Not too much, because otherwise when it goes hard virtually straight away, so it's just, it won't be flush with leave like a little gap between your nose and there. So activator on this side, see glue on that side, and then hold it there for about 10 seconds or something. Keep your pressure on it and that. And there we go. Nose on. So all it needs now is a little bit of shaping. I'm just being gentle here. I've got the 80 grit flap wheel sanding disc on a grinder. So I'm just being gentle with it, just rounding off the points of the square that I couldn't round off that were in the vise, well, the workmate, when I was shaping their nose with the chainsaw. And then for like the tighter spots, so like round by the pebble for the mouth, I'm going to get the file sander and just do a few of the more tighter areas and a few finer details with the file sander there. There we go, snowman finished. If you've got this far in the video, thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you found the video useful. Give it a like, and appreciate it. Thank you very much. Snowman, Merry Christmas. Almost.